topic of today.
All right, from Vogue, Valentina Sampaio makes history as Sports Illustrated's first trans model. Sampaio had been on editor-in-chief MJ Day's radar for her activism within the LGBTQIA community, and saying the following, MJ Day said, "We are deeply moved that Valentina was willing to put her trust in us. We didn't think twice about wanting to amplify her voice and message and give her a platform to advocate from on behalf of her personal aspirations and the trans community." So pretty class move from Sports Illustrated. Honestly, they've done, like, I was looking it up and I was pleasantly surprised as something I've written off a bit as like, oh, it's the swimsuit edition. It's like, no, they've had a trans model now. They've had, they've shifted towards having some plus size models. I want to say they had a model in a hijab. Like, they've really been working to, even bringing people back who are like a little older than their usual model skew. And, it's like, obviously, yes, these are all still like some of the most beautiful women in the world. But just saying, like, yeah, women of different backgrounds than just like skinny blonde 19-year-old white ladies can be, cisgendered like white ladies can be bikini models.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I agreed. I think you're thinking about Tyra Banks, how she came back, and was invited back in her 40s and whatnot. And yeah, like you said, even just breaking those standards of like you said, all of our models are 99% going to be this one format, and that's just from cover to cover. But they deciding to step out of the norms and celebrate women of all body shapes, ages, and types, and now that's just breaking records of. This is the Valentina. This is the first time this has ever happened. So I was very surprised that it's happened. I feel like it for as long as the magazine has been out. I'm surprised even before everything lately has been coming more inclusive. I'm surprised that it hasn't happened already before. That's just one thing I'm surprised about. Because I'm just, like you said, I don't think anybody's really been talking about Sports Illustrated. It's called Sports Illustrated. And after, I don't know how many decades, it's been less about sports and just more about these models and whatnot. So I'm kind of surprised after they started doing the, celebrating all body types and ages and whatnot. I was surprised that this hadn't already happened before, but today's the day. This is it. It's happened. And good on them for let's see what happens moving forward.
Well, and I think it's smart too, because I think as the sort of the core demographic you have to appeal to is shifting, I think we're gonna see things like Playboy has just become less and less and less relevant. Things like that, things like the Victoria's Secret fashion show and beauty pageants. Like, I'm seeing, sort of the millennial generation, I think certainly the Gen Z generation is going to be like, we just don't really want this. And I think becoming a little more inclusive is a really smart way to make it feel like something that can belong to more people and might maintain a little bit more relevancy. So also I saw the photos and just like, Jesus Christ, she's so stunning.
Yeah, and
at the end of the day, it's just like, and again, it is one of those things of like, yeah, you have a plus size woman. It's just this still insanely gorgeous woman with a body that everybody looks at and goes, damn.
Right.
I had curves like that. Like,
I know. Yeah, I know. Also, I was thinking. I was like, I didn't see any issue with it. I said,
no, she's a gorgeous model.
Right. So,
but again, I think it is smart to start shifting away from. I think things like, how Playboy kind of became like, oh, it's like Hef with like these tiny little like blonde 20-year-olds, and like our generation's looking at that going, this is not sitting right with me.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
There's nothing sketchy going on there. Nothing sketchy at all. But
they're just making it something that feels a little more 2020.
Right. That makes
like
sense.
the good side. 2020 feels like it just means terrible now. But
right. So guys, let us know what you guys think about this. Share your comments. I want to hear about your thoughts on this, and let us know if there's any other stories. Remember to share them to us at mail@t3medias.com. If there's any other stories similar to this, of any other institutions like this have like shattered the glass ceiling and done something similar to this, I want to hear about that. So.